Welcome to the Oh Yeah PodCast episode 5. My name is Kid Drake, and tonight we got a very special guest that coming on by the name of Seth Maverick. Earlier this week, I told everybody that Seth Maverick is the last screen master because he is one of the most known, I believe, at doing last screams. I figure this podcast will become more special if we have someone like him on. Shortly, he will be coming on to the OYO podcast. Send him the link, and he's supposed to be coming on. What's up, Seth?
What's up? What are we doing?
Introduce yourself to the TWL fan base.
I'm Seth Maverick, DRW champion. DRW GM now, former two-time World Extreme champion, DRW superstar. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Alright, my name is Mr. Oh Yeah, Mr. Fighting for Gold. My name is Mr. Steal Your Spotlight. And tonight, we got, like I said, with the disaster, we got a very, in my opinion, one of the best last screen personalities in backyard wrestling, Seth Maverick. Thanks for being on.
And thank you.
I like to talk about. I'm gonna talk about the disaster later, but I want to talk about your pay-per-view first. Amazing. Extravaganza, who were just amazing. The matches y'all put on were just a lot of classics, and I want to talk about your match with Joseph Everhart. How did that felt facing a legend like him?
I got a lot to say about this match because it was the first time I faced someone out of BWE, the first time I've ever done that. And surprisingly, the match was not painful. That was my least painful match I've ever had in my life. The only thing that hurt in that match was when Joseph headbutted me the second time. He forgot to cover his hand, and he went right in my head, and my teeth rattled. And I remember that. And that's why it took me so long to get up, because my head was hurting real bad right after that. And I was like, oh, gosh, I'm starting to get a headache. And the real reason the match stopped like that was because the GoPro footage stopped right there. I don't know what happened. We're still trying to figure out what the heck's wrong with the GoPro. But I know people were mad about the ending. And that's why you'll have to stay tuned to BWE to see what's going to happen next.
So y'all might have one more match for the backyard wrestling community?
And maybe one more match.
Is that a blockbuster match for BWE? Second time go around?
It'll be happening soon, hopefully, but I'm not going to say 100% yes yet. You have to tune in and see what happens.
It's amazing that y'all got him after he just left AGW to go back to, I believe, CCW, but he stopped on the way to come to y'all show, and like I said, that pay-per-view was great. If y'all had not checked that out yet, and go check it out after the podcast, which is truly a great pay-per-view indeed. Not many people get to say that, but I watched it, I believe, Saturday or Sunday, and I was just watching match by match, and all they were like in good order. But I would like to say the main event did not felt like a main event match for me, because your match outshowed that match by none. let's talk about the disaster.
Oh man, um, he's something. Um, if you want me to say my honest words about him, I think he's a great
But I mean,
superstar in DRW.
he said how what he wanted to say. Now, I guess you guys say what you want to say. You ain't got to put him out on the spot or anything. But I want to get your opinion on him as a backyard wrestler and as basically the owner of DRW. And I believe ain't you the owner of BWE?
You want it in character or my honest words about him?
How you do one first and then do another one. You do
All right.
both of them.
All right. Out of character, I think he's a great superstar. I think he's one of the greatest. I think he's getting real good out there. Um, I think he's company. I love watching them. I watch them, when they upload and everything like that. I mean, when they upload, I'm gonna go automatically rush to it, but I'll watch it. In character, disaster. If you want to talk all that smack about me, then why don't you come here for a match one day and we can settle this like men? Because I'm not afraid to call you out. I'm not afraid to call you out. I'm not afraid to have a match with you and need to be back down. I mean, it's going to make you look bad. I'm not backing down. I'll accept anybody's challenge. I don't care. Drew Hood, Adrenaline. I'll accept anybody's challenge. I don't care. I'm open for that. So, I'm holding up the challenge right now. Disaster. You come to BWE one day, maybe next summer sometime. We put on a grand match.
If I'm not mistaken, aren't you going to Best in the Yard too?
I am planning to. I am planning to.
Who's going to be your opponent? If you know right now?
Can't say.
Who will you want it to be?
Probably Drew Hood, but I highly doubt that would be, possible. But that might happen sooner or later. You never know.
What about Big Time? I take on him.
If you want to die, yeah. I wouldn't mind facing him later on. Right now, I think I don't want to get hurt too bad after all of that. Maybe in a couple years, if he's still around or something, he's still in the community, not wrestling, but once in a while he'll do a show, maybe. But for right now, I want to keep my guts and everything right now.
I mean, he looked like a safe walk. You watch some of his matches, but you don't know like what he could be doing. He could be very unsafe.
Yeah, I've heard. I've talked to Drew Hood and Corey and all of them, and they said that he hits real hard and he does not go light in the match. So.
Okay. All right, that one day you know about Big Time. Right now, give me a BWE embarrassing moment for you or for the company you believe. Like one of y'all's embarrassing moments.
Embarrassing moments. Obviously the beginning of BWE. Good Lord, that was just terrible. But one of our embarrassing moments. Does it have to be on screen or off screen?
It doesn't matter how you can. It can be backstage or not. It doesn't matter. To you, what the?
I've got this one story. I don't know if it's embarrassing, but I think for the superstar it was. All right. So if you all watch BWE for a while, you know that we've had an old BWE arena, which was at Rico Reed's house, retired superstar now. And so it was me, Rico, and Blade over there. And Blade was sitting outside. Me and Rico were sitting, uh, over on the trampoline, and we said, okay, we're gonna go get the microphone real quick so we can do this segment. So we go inside, me and Rico. We grab the microphone and we come back outside. And the pose of the trampoline, we see Blade with one of those in his hand. And we just look at him like, what did you do while we were gone? It was only 2 minutes. And somehow he managed to grab a pole off the trampoline by mistake because I think he accidentally hit it and it fell. And he's just sitting there holding it. And we're just both sitting there laughing, and he's like, I don't know what happened. I mean, all I did was like hit it or something. So that was pretty crazy.
I follow that. That's just very confusing. I don't get how you can knock a pole down off of a trampoline, but
yeah. I don't understand how.
What had happened to Blade? I hadn't been seeing him a lot on BWE. I could have missed the episode about he may have retired or something. But what happened to the Blade?
Poor Chop said on I can't remember. I can look it up real quick. I know Pork Chop said I think it was on Sinister Night. The first part he announced that he ended Blade's career after Blade's leg got caught up when Pork Chop cashed in his briefcase on Blade and won the championship. So Blade's career is over though, unfortunately.
Will we see a return from Blade maybe?
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Because I saw he did like one of those little moonsaults on to you, I believe. And he very athletic for him. Very athletic backyard wrestlers. And it's sad to lose one. This company I watch, not a lot of subscribers, but called WWT. I think I always promoted on almost the last 2 episodes of the podcast. But his farewell speech was phenomenal. Go check it out. If something you got time, if the backyard wrestling fans got time, go check out WWT Money Maker's farewell speech. Have you ever watched Edge like farewell speech to the fans in retirement?
Believe it or not, I saw Edge's final match in WWE. It was a Tuesday night. It was at a SmackDown taping right before Raw, and Edge was in a dark match after the show was recorded. SmackDown was in Charlotte that week, and I saw Edge. It was like a 6-man tag team match with like Edge, Triple H, and The Undertaker or something versus like a bunch of these other guys. I can't remember. It was back in like 2011, but yeah, I saw that, and then that Monday night on Raw, he retired, and I was like, wow.
you just saw a match and he gone.
Yep.
Like I was saying about the farewell speech, y'all. Like, yeah, it give you that type of feeling. You go watch some of his matches; they're just phenomenal. With Lights Out, Lights Out and Moneymaker, both of they put on so many great shows together against one another, and they put on great matches. And I saw that video. I had him on that podcast. I think that next night, the next 2 nights, and I just just shocked. How you ever had a moment like that in BWE where like you just couldn't believe it? Like what just happened?
One moment I did have was after 1 year, everybody blew up Twitter saying, I won the BWE championship and everything. And I was like, whoa. I was like, I was not expecting that. Like, everybody blew up Twitter. The first time I won the BWE championship, everybody. And now I got the title again. It wasn't in a clean way, but yeah, I got the title.
Damn. Right now, in the Backyard Wrestling Universe, the Backyard Wrestling Committee, Backyard Wrestling Community, who do you say is the top dog as of right now?
I don't think I could just pick one. That's hard.
Name a couple there.
I think Cameron Jackson, of course, Drew Hood, Big Time Mike, definitely. Corey Graves, those are like the top dogs in backyard wrestling, I think, in my opinion. Right there, Jason Walker, those kind of guys. I'm definitely rising right now. The evolution of Seth Maverick is rising, it says it all in our name, Backyard Wrestling Evolution. We're rising up right now, so.
Certainly is, like, a lot of channels with so many views. It's like just increasing daily, weekly, yearly, whatever you want to say. Every company is flourishing, in the greatest way possible. Everybody having great opportunities, and a lot of people are having great matches. Like UWE pay-per-view, I forget the name of it, what it called. Almost everybody on that call, all the matches meant something, at least, and that give the Backyard Wrestling fans something to watch. Like when I watched Best in the Yard, that felt like a WrestleMania type feeling just watching all of that. Also, what was your favorite match from Best in the Yard?
My favorite match. I gotta think of that one. There were a lot of great matches there. There were a lot of great matches. I think the main event, honestly, Corey, Ecstatic, and Cam. I think honestly that was my favorite match there, to be honest.
What about that first match they had with Big Time and Drew Hood?
I love that match, but it wasn't my favorite match of the night, but that was probably my second favorite right there. Big Time and Drew.
I believe the guy named Aaron Jones. His match, to me, that loud match they had stole the show. I don't know why. To me, I think I might be one of the only guys in the Backyard Wrestling community that thought that. But when I saw the match, man, he jumped off the ladder into the trampoline, and then Aaron Jones went in the match. When I'm watching that, I like, no way they can top that. And then they had the Doy Chico and the Undo. I forget what his name is. Diablo. I liked that match, but it did not do better than, I believe, the loud match. But Daisy versus Zach Daniels were a great match. I was watching. I like Zach Daniels looked like he a top superstar, and then like when he faced Daisy, and I was like, I thought that match went best. Did great, and that one of the best matches on the card, and I felt myself losing myself into that match because it was just so special, and I can't leave out a moment in that main event match with although compared to Cameron Jackson, Ecstatic, and damn it, Corey Graves. When Corey Graves got on top of the steel steps, he turned around acting like he about to do a moonsault, and he looked at everybody. I can't do a moonsault, and then he would elbow drop or something silly, and when I saw that, I like, damn. I thought this compared to just about to get like smoked by ecstatic and Cameron Jackson, but he held his own and best in the yard too. To me, it's looking like Pete Perdue, bad none. And if you gonna be there, can't wait to see what type of match you gonna put on. And I want to know something. I think Disaster told me about it. Like he told me why he did not did the commentating for if Gen 2. What are your take on that? Why didn't Dow announce or commentate during that night of that pay per view y'all had?
Um, you meant like what did I feel when I was commentating it, or?
No, I mean like the Disaster, like his guys, his commentator.
Yeah.
When wasn't he there? Like y'all couldn't get a hold of him or something?
Yeah, we couldn't get a hold of him though, and I mean, we already had a bunch of commentators planned out. Also, Rick Moxley or Rick Gaspard, whatever you want to call him, wanted to commentate, and he's pretty good commentator. So we said, all right, that'd be cool, and Pork Chop, KFC, and me, I thought that was pretty nice little commentary team for it. You know, I like that. I like that commentary team a lot, and I think it worked.
It was, in my opinion, a very good commentating booth y'all have. And then like somebody try to get inside that booth, try to mess with y'all. I had a question. Right, let me think about it. What was the damn question? To y'all and BWE, who are y'all top superstar?
In my opinion, myself. I mean, in everybody else's opinion, they might think Pork Chop or the Wanda Walker. I don't know. I think me, but some people might say Pork Chop's the top guy. He may have been an extravaganza, but he didn't get the fairy tale ending. Everybody wanted and all. So, that's what I think.
I done what called promoted the hell out of that pay per view y'all have. Also, great pay per view. Always say that. Right now, if you could compare yourself to a WWE superstar, who would it be?
Oh man, it wouldn't be just one. It'd have to be multiple. One would have to be Daniel Bryan because a lot of my moves do come from Daniel Bryan. The drop kick, he does the missile drop kick in the corner. The crossface. One of my submission maneuvers. He does it as the yes lock and the no lock or whatever. Whatever.
Can I start you for a second?
Yeah.
Can I start you for 1 second? We're gonna get back to this question, but like you said, Daniel Bryan, a dad headbutt in the Qualls face. Do you remember a superstar who used to did that back in the day?
Yes, and I don't know if we can say him.
I mean, this is not the WWE, and I hope I don't ruin my chances. Vince McMahon, Triple H. I know they'll be watching this. Hopefully, I can make it up there one day. Probably not. But Chris Benoit, what are your take on him? Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Should he not?
I mean, I think he should be because he still did a whole bunch. He had a great WrestleMania match. I think it was WrestleMania. I think it was Chris Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was.
That is a great match. One of the best matches Mania ever has.
Yeah. I watched that match, and I think he should though. I just think he should because I think he was a great legendary wrestler. Unfortunate what happened, but I think he should be in the Hall of Fame though.
When time did you start watching him, or if you did watch him? What time was it? Like 06, 05, 07, and maybe 8. I think he'll end there at some point. When time did you start watching Chris Benoit, or maybe in the just when you got in the beginning of it, or I don't know. When time did you start watching Chris Benoit matches?
I didn't watch them live. I didn't watch WWE and all when Chris Benoit was in it. I mean, I think the first ever Chris Benoit match I saw was, gosh, I can't even remember. It was about, I would say, 2011, 2012, somewhere around there. I'm pretty sure I watched, Chris Benoit then. I know I heard of him then, definitely.
I remember back in the day, I remember began watching like we started with. I remember watching Fuzzy back in the day when I was little, watching Brock Lesnar beat the hell out of Hulk Hogan, and then when they Big Show choke slamming Undertaker off something. But I would like we stopped for a while. I don't remember why. I think we just didn't have the TV stations, and then me and my bro caught it on like Thursday or Friday night SmackDown, the CW. I remember it so sad. I remember the first match we watched, and was the Boogeyman versus the Dicks. Do you remember the Dicks at
No,
all?
I know.
You only had like one match, so I won't expect you to remember though. I remember watching that, and I remember watching Chris Benoit. In my opinion, he did not get good until MVP got on the show and was battling him for the U.S. title. And they had a lot of great matches. At one match at WrestleMania, they had a very underrated match. I don't remember what year it was, maybe 26 WrestleMania. But that series of matches was so great, and on the WWE network, it'll be so hard just to find them because they had so many matches on SmackDown, I believe, Mania, and more pay-per-views. It's a tragic thing, how what he did. I would like to see he end out, but are you watching the whole Hall of Fame ceremony? You'll be like, in my opinion, I'll be like this. Man, did they really just put Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame? I do not believe I'm ever see that in my lifetime. But I believe he is not in the WWE's at least, but maybe more at pro wrestling is a phrase. I believe he is some Hall of Fames like online somewhere. I believe I could be wrong, but uh, that gets back to the question. I'm gonna forget it. You could compare yourself to a WWE superstar. Who will you compare yourself to?
Like I said, it's like a mix. Daniel Bryan, I got some stuff from him. The drop kick, of course. Good lord. I got that. I gotta say Wade Barrett because he did give me my finisher. It's just a simple yet effective maneuver, and now it's starting to go away, and it's starting to pick back into the Tuscan Liberty elbow drop, which I think is a cool maneuver. At best in the yard, if I do go, which I am planning to go, I do not know how I would hit that through the ropes, but I will try that. I'm going to try that real well. It's just, Daniel Bryan, Wade Barrett, and I'm trying to think. There's got to be one more superstar in there. Because I know it's just not Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan.
Do you believe Wade Barrett is very underrated?
Yeah, I do, in my opinion. I think he's championship material if they would use him right. But WWE creative is just so terrible now after they fired a good creative team for I don't know why, I don't know what reason, but they did, and it was stupid of them.
Man, I don't I don't get the creative team because like you look at it, they pushing the old guys over the new guys. Uh,
Okay.
right now, the dang, about I try and make a question about the attitude hour, but uh, what do you believe KO could make it in an attitude hour right now?
um, yeah, I think he could. His attitude and everything, I think he could.
He right now, like, hey, he the champion, but
Mhm.
he's still making he underrated in my opinion. Also, Hell in a Cell. Are you watching it this Sunday?
Um, I might watch a little bit of it, just some matches. I don't really watch the main roster anymore. I'm more NXT now.
Is,
But I might give it a watch. I didn't watch the what was the Night of Champions. I didn't watch that at all. But Hell in a Cell, I'll probably watch Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, even though they had so many matches already. 2 matches. I wish they'd give it up already, but this Hell in a Cell match, I think is going to be brutal, and I think I want to watch that. I'm pretty sure nobody cares about Seth Rollins and Kane. I don't think many
hey,
people care about that match, but
yo, Kane was my favorite superstar. You stop it.
I
Well,
mean,
you hate it. I mean, he old. But he probably ain't gonna win, but I mean, come on, you can't put down the old man. I'm not going with Kane, but
I think
I can't. You go, man.
I think Kane should win this because I think his retirement's going up. I think he should win this title right here. One last little reign here as world champion, and then drop it to someone, someone who knows, and that would be it. So I don't know if they're going to give Kane the title at this point, and he's going to start retiring, but I don't know.
Who like at WrestleMania Joy 2? Uh, what matches do you plan to see? What do you believe the WWE creative staff gonna do at WrestleMania this year?
What do you think they're gonna do, or what do you think I want to
Yeah,
see? Those are
that
two
ain't gonna be
different.
on the call.
Those are way, way different things right there.
I don't know why. Like I think a couple of days ago, I had a notion that I don't know. It just came to me like so fast. I believe the Undertaker at Hell in a Cell gonna get killed by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar gonna win the belt at wouldn't that pay per view Survivor Series? If
Yeah,
that, I believe Brock Lesnar gonna win that belt down. Then he gonna go like see Undertaker ain't gonna be seen until the Royal Rumble. And who taking our time? John Cena. And I believe Undertaker gonna enter the Royal Rumble. He gonna tell Brock Lesnar, "I'm coming for you." And then he'll enter the match at like 20 something, 25, I believe. In my opinion, what's gonna happen. And then 27. What theme song do you hear? Do 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 do. Uh, and then that match, then like John Cena eliminates Undertaker, and then Undertaker come back in the ring, and then like John Cena get here a tombstone, and then we got that match set up. I'm hoping for the match, but I still want to see Undertaker versus Sting. That one of my dream matches. I hope they say it won't be good because Sting is so old and Taker is so old. But I just want to see the match, just to see them two in the ring together, be phenomenal. But if this comes out, fans of pro wrestling, I predicted it. and you can't see me. Seth Maverick, we better wrap things up. Promote anything you like to. And what you want to promote? Pay-per-view yourself? Do you want to have a shoot on the disaster?
Our next show, Golden Opportunity, we're filming it next weekend. Next Sunday, we're filming it, and it'll start going up right then. So be on the lookout next Sunday. Golden Opportunity should start going up. So make sure you tune into that. The aftermath of BW Extravaganza. I'll give my speech on why I completely turned on Pork Chop. You'll see the main event, Matt Kingston and Starks for the Golden Opportunity briefcase, which is going to be a slobber knocker. I think it's going to be a huge match in the main event. And I will also be holding another open challenge. So all that stuff has just been announced, for Golden Opportunity. I think that's going to be a great show. I'm ready to see it.
Should be fantastic. Seth Matt, thanks for being on. And before I go out, I'd like to say, coming up this Saturday, I believe 55 minutes to an hour pay-per-view, Hell to Pay. And all the match cards set up. We got the Animal taking on Jason X in that rubber match. Who gonna leave victorious? And we got the BTWs guys, and they coming in with one of our classic matches from the old show, and we bringing they on to our pay-per-view because they are hardcore, and Hell and hardcore mixed well together. And in the main event, we got the longest reigning and defending TWL World Champion, Masked Man. He gonna be taking on the little engine that could. Ryan York is finally getting his world title shot. This whole year, he been climbing his way up, and he just fell short every time. But now, it his opportunity, his golden opportunity, you might say. Ryan York, will he lead Hell to Pay with the world title? And Jason and the Animal. Jason want revenge ever since fighting for gold when he jumped off the tree and landed on the Animal. What will happen at Hell to Pay? Come and watch this Saturday. Should be uploaded around 4 o'clock to say 7-ish. Should be uploaded for the fans, to the fan base, the BWE fan base. This has been the Oh Yeah podcast. But before I go out, do you get any cat phrases you like to say?
I'm spectacular, and you're not.
And I am Mr. Oh yeah, Mr. Fighting for gold. Mr. Still your spotlight. This is Kidred signing off tonight. Thanks, Seth Matt, once again. This has truly been a great episode. Hopefully you can come back again. Peace out, guys. Peace, man. All I gotta say.